Yo, man, y'all gotta listen up, man, and take heed to these words I'm about to tell y'all. You know what I mean? For my young guys, my young fighters out there, you know what I mean? The ones who have not fought amateur yet, even the ones that are competing in the amateurs, the young undefeated pros, even the ones that, under 10 fights, and you might got a loss on your record, or maybe even 2 or 3 losses on your record. You know what I mean? You got to make the sacrifice now. You got to sacrifice. A lot of us are taking losses because we refuse to sacrifice. A lot of us, we want that fame, we want that money, we want to get to the bag, we want to do this, we want to do that, but we don't want to sacrifice. You know what I mean? You don't want to put away your lust so you can live like no other, you know what I mean, once you're done boxing. Boxing is a very, very short window. Very short window. Just like in NFL and the NBA, well, I'll use the NFL for an example. When rookies first come out of college, they sign them to a 4-year deal. And they sign them to a 4-year deal to see how are they going to live up to the money that they want. You know what I mean? Are they going to get that extension? Are they going to be eligible? You know what I mean? For basically for that bigger bag, man. But you got to put the work. You got to sacrifice. It's hard getting up 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, going for a long run. It's hard after working a regular job. You got to still go to the gym for 2 hours. It's hard sacrificing, dehydrating your body to make a certain weight. You know what I mean? Because with boxing, it's a 24-hour sport. Every day, we don't have no off season. We don't have an off season. You know what I mean? And a lot of us, we're going to keep losing because we don't want to put the extra work in. We don't want to go the extra mile. You know what I mean? We don't want to go to that short-term pain to have that long-term gain. We don't want to put the work in. You got to get up. You got to go for your runs. You got to get your road work in. That is mandatory. Right now as I speak, I'm going through a situation right now where I got a young guy who I train. This kid, he's the truth. He has it. He has it. But he just won't do his road work. He don't want to do his road work. He wants to sit at home and play video games. Now, all praises and all credit to him because when he comes to the gym, he works like no other. The boy has no quit in him. But it's that extra mile that he's not doing. Or at that, he's not doing a mile at all. You dig? You got to do your road work. You got to sacrifice. You can't be out there partying, hang with everybody. You can't be out there even have a conversation with everybody. Why? Because a lot of people, I'm going to say this real fast, even not just in boxing, but in life, man. A lot of people are jealous of you, and a lot of people, they're going to hate you because they can't do what you do. They can't do what you do. You know what I mean? Everybody's not born with your gift. You know what I mean? If you're everybody not born with that athleticism. Everybody not born with it. It's like a lot of people, they're not born with that computer type mind, like where they can get on a keyboard, they can get design video games. A lot of people just ain't got it. Everybody got their own talent. Everybody got their own gift. You know what I mean? And all because you can do something that your so-called company can't do, they're going to do everything to discourage you. They're going to do things to get you to not go out there and perfect and become who you're supposed to be. Jealousy. Jealousy, man. That's a vicious, vicious disease, man. And you got to sacrifice that, man. Give up that friendship. Give up that girlfriend. Get yourself away from that family member. You got to sacrifice yourself, man. It's about sacrificing. Every day is not going to be a day you're going to want to get up and do it. You're not. But you got to do it. And I'm talking to my male boxers, not the female fighters. If you're a female fighter, you can still take heed to it. But I'm talking to my men. Because men in this world, we don't have no sympathy. None. You are a man. You got to find a way to build. You got to find a way to provide. You got to find a way to protect. That is our job as men. You know what I'm saying? To be a protector and a provider. I don't care what agenda try to tell you, you know what I mean, you are not a man. You are a man. You know what I mean? Now, as a man, we got to find a way. And it's about sacrificing. And that's one of the reasons why I love boxing. Because boxing, it puts you in a position where it's you versus him. One-on-one. And before you get to that one-on-one, you got to practice the art of war. Very good book that I read too, The Art of War. You know what I mean? You are a man. You got to put yourself in position to always win. You got to sacrifice yourself. Here you go. Let's use the age of 17, 18. You want to decide, you know what, I'm going to get a gym and box. Well, right there, you're already going to be behind the 8 ball because you got kids who start when they're 7, 8, 9 years old. Younger than that. Some kids are born with mouthpieces in their mouth instead of using a pacifier. You know what I mean? Some kids, when they're a toddler, a baby or a toddler, instead of using instead of using a pacifier, they'll put a mouthpiece in their mouth. You know what I'm saying? So you're already behind the 8 ball if you're an old head and want to start boxing. So that means you got to grind double time. And don't be in your mid-20s or late 20s and decide to want to box. Well, you got to work triple time. You need to get at the gym for at least a good year and work your butt off. And then when you start fighting amateur, if you're an older guy, you need to be out there fighting at least twice a month. At least. There's a lot of local shows, a lot of tournaments always going on. You gotta leave your region sometime, go to other regions, go to other cities. You know what I mean? And go out there and get your experience. You know what I mean? When you're younger, you kind of got a little leeway where you can kind of might fight, once every couple months. But then once you get at a certain level, man, you got to go for it, man. You know what I mean? Sacrifice yourself, man. Sacrifice your finances. Invest in yourself. Don't be scared to put gas in your car to go travel 2 hours just to go spar. You know what I mean? You got to put the work in, man. Nobody not going to have sympathy for us as men. They're not. All our children, and if you don't have children, you have family yet, you will, God willing, one day. But all they want to know is yes or no. Can we get it or we can't afford it? You know what I'm saying? All family, wife, children, all they need is protection. They need answers. You know what I'm saying? And as a man, you gotta put yourself in position. You have to. There's no way around it. Sacrifice is a must. Sacrifice yourself from going out, hanging out with shorty. You know what I mean? All she want to do is take your energy from you. All she want to do is get in your head and stress you out. You know what I mean? Get away from that. Get away from your homies who's out there want to smoke, want to drink, want to party. Nah, man, you better put yourself around people that's way better than you in the field that you want to be in. I'm sorry to say it, but it is what it is. If you want to be a world champion, why you out here hanging with your boy Malcolm, who working at Walmart, and he has no dreams and no ambition to be bigger than the deli section? And that's just honesty. That's honesty. And no disrespect to nobody working at a deli because of the fact that we all got to work, we all got to do what we got to do. But I'm just speaking on, if you want to be in a certain position in life, you want to do certain things, you got to put yourself in that environment. And you got to be around that environment. You know? Like for me, I was blessed when I was coming up. My first ever sparring session, it wasn't a real sparring session, but my guy Keith Holmes, he was a middleweight champion down at Sugar Ray Leonard Gym out there in Maryland. You know what I mean? He worked with me, helped me out when I first started. You know what I'm saying? It's so many guys that I work. I was in camp with Bernard Hopkins about 3 or 4 times. Boxing cruiserweight champ at the time, Steve Cunningham. You know what I'm saying? So many more, man. I'm not going to no name drop, but I've been with so many guys, man. Now it was my fault that I didn't make it to where I could have been. You know what I mean? But discipline and sacrificing is what it takes. Take it from me, man. Life is very short. Boxing is going to be a short window, and that window will close on you. It will. Don't think that tomorrow is going to come. Don't even think the next minute going to come. Every day you got breath in your body. Every second you got breath in your body. Take advantage of it. Go home. Go look at some old fighters. Go look at some old training footage. Go look at some old fights. And don't look at it for the entertainment. No, look at it like you're studying. You know? It's a short window out here, man. You gotta make it. You gotta jump on a horse and you gotta make it happen. Real talk. You know? So sacrifices is what it's all about. Don't expect nobody to give you no handouts. Don't sit up there and blame nobody else for your shortcomings. You gotta look yourself in the mirror. You gotta be your own worst critic. You gotta be your own worst critic. Somebody else telling you, oh, you look good, you look good. No, you gotta look at yourself. Well, I gotta get better. You know what I'm saying? You get high off of sparring sessions and you want to post because you did good in a sparring session. Man, forget that, man. Go to a real fight where the world can see you and let them talk about you. Don't get praises to yourself. Let the world give you that. You know what I'm saying? Because what you're doing in the dark, you're doing your roll work. You're doing your sit-ups. You're doing your push-ups. You shadow boxing. You hitting the bag. You sparring. You doing all that in the dark. And when the light come on, boy, you're going to be looking real. You're going to be looking chiseled. You know what I mean? You're going to have all the energy. You're going to be ready to put on a show when that light come on. And the world going to tell you how great you are. Nobody else ain't got to tell you how great you are. I mean, you don't got to sit there and tell yourself how great you are. Nah, the world going to do that for you, champ. So put the work in, man. Put the work in. Sacrifice now. It starts now. All right? Don't short yourself. Don't live life with regrets. Do what you got to do now. All right? So till the next video, man, y'all be good. Put that work in. Faith without works is dead. Peace.